Baraina cried loudly, and Yongjung on the side convulsed all over. Seeing that the situation is over, Baraina could only look at Liang, crying and begging. Liang, my good brother, although we are not born to the same mother, we are the same father's children anyway. Half of the blood on our bodies is the same, I am sorry. Poor brother, help me brother, plead with Mr. Wade, and forgive me brother. From now on, the Wei family will be yours. I don't need anything, as long as you don't send me to Changbai Mountain. Liang looked at him coldly and said, I will not disobey Mr. Wade's decision for a SCM like you. What's more, you have not regarded me as a younger brother for so many years. You have insulted me and insulted my mother for so many years. I have hated you for a long time. Your fate today is entirely on your own account. I am too happy to be too late. Yongjung said shiveringly, Liang, why am I also your biological father? Would you not be afraid of thunder and lightning if you treat your biological father like this? Won't be afraid? Liang asked coldly, it's you. You have hurt so many women and betrayed so many of your own flesh and blood. Are you not afraid of retribution? Speaking of this, Liang said seriously, actually, you are already getting retribution. You know in your heart that you have not been alive for a few years. Even if a miracle happens, you may be able to live for a few more years, depending on your physical condition. The period of living more is equal to suffering more. This is your retribution. Wei Yang was speechless, angrily for a while, his whole body coughing violently. Charlie said indifferently, give you 2 hours to prepare. After an hour, I will arrange for someone to take you to Changbai Mountain. After speaking, he immediately called Orville and said, Mr. Orville, you arrange a few clever brothers, arrange 2 cars, let them pick up the Wei family father and son, and send them all the way to Changbai Mountain. Orville immediately said, okay Mr. Wade, I will make arrangements. After speaking, Orville asked again, by the way, Mr. Wade, why sending them to Changbai Mountain? Charlie said, send them to the village at the foot of Changbai Mountain. After that, you will buy them a small house that barely shelters the wind and rain, let the father and son live in, and buy them some rice, noodles, cereals and oil. They are the people of Changbai Mountain, and death is the ghost of Changbai Mountain. Even if they are cremated, the ashes must be buried at the foot of Changbai Mountain. Understand? Orville blurted out, Mr. Wade, I understand. The Wei family father and son sat on the ground and cried bitterly. Until now, they were unwilling to accept and were given the fate of Changbai Mountain. Seeing that they were still there with ink stains, Charlie said lightly, although it is only autumn, it is already very cold in Changbai Mountain. If you don't have thick clothes for the winter, and if you go there to freeze to death and frostbite, you will be completely blamed. When the father and son heard this, they suddenly realized that if the delay continued and the people from Mr. Orville came, they would really have to go to Changbai Mountain empty-handed. So the father and son looked at each other, got up in despair, crying, and went to their respective rooms to pack their things. At this moment, they had completely given up the resistance in their hearts, because the strength that Charlie showed was far beyond their carrying range. The big families in Orus Hill are all adding bonuses for Charlie. If they don't leave, they will really die in Orus Hill. The rest of the Wei family avoided both father and son. Even if Yongjung was not well and had limited mobility, other people were unwilling to step forward to help. After all, no one wanted to offend Liang, the new head of the Wei family, let alone no one want to offend Charlie, whose hands and eyes are open to the sky. When the father and son packed their things, Orville personally brought a few younger brothers over. This time, Orville arranged a total of 6 younger brothers, with 3 land cruisers with relatively strong overall performance and adaptability, and prepared to drive all the way north and directly to Changbai Mountain. It takes at least 2 days to reach the road over 2,000 kilometers. The little brothers Orville looked for were all excellent players with extraordinary strength under their hands. With 6 of them, the Wei family father and son have absolutely no chance to escape. Even Charlie feels that if they let them run, they may not dare to run, because once they run, they will be chased by all walks of life. By then, they will really lose their lives. It is better to go to Changbai Mountain honestly. Half an hour later, the Wei family head and his son, who had packed 2 large suitcases of luggage, came to the lobby full of despair. Seeing this, Charlie opened his mouth and said, "Okay, the people and cars to take you north have arrived. Hurry up and get in the car and set off now." The father and son can only nod sullenly, and then they are taken away by Orville's younger brothers. When they left, the two turned their heads one step at a time, but even if the two of them were very reluctant, they had to get out at this time. Yang Zheng regrets most in his heart. Knowing this a long time ago, it would be better for Liang to honestly give him the position of chairman he promised after he resolved the crisis. In this case, Liang would certainly not drive him to Changbai Mountain. Therefore, the reason why there is today is, in the final analysis, made by myself. Liang watched Yang Zheng and Barena get into the car with his own eyes. The 3 cars left Wei's house and went straight to Changbai Mountain, more than 2,000 kilometers away.